Hey everybody, it's Latoya, and this particular video is about pregnancy after weight loss, okay? I know I just did another video which was strictly weight loss, but this is about pregnancy after weight loss. So, weight loss surgery. Sorry about that. So, you guys who follow me, a few weeks ago, I announced that I am expecting my first child. At 39 years of age. Not really saying it was a planned pregnancy because it wasn't, but it also was not a prevented pregnancy because there's too many methods out here not to get pregnant. But being a polycystic ovarian syndrome patient for so many years, I assumed that I probably would have trouble conceiving, would need some kind of fertility treatment or some kind of assistance through a prescribed drug. But apparently my PCOS went into remission, just like my diabetes and everything else, and things happened like it should. So when I was married a couple of years back, before my husband came to the States, I did go to do some fertility testing, but I only got as far as doing some blood work. And then she actually told me, your body is producing eggs, your hormone levels are fine. She's just like, when you have your weight loss surgery, because at the time I hadn't had the surgery, I was still, I think then I was probably like 380 something pounds, maybe 390 something pounds. But she was like, when you lose your weight, try to get down to 180 before conceiving. Which I thought, man, this woman's crazy. There's no way I want to do that. But then I thought, well, weight loss surgery, maybe it will happen. It's easy, right? We think we're going to lose 200 pounds with surgery. But anyway, so I got my divorce, put him out late March, something like that, or April, whenever. And here it is, late May, mid-May. I conceived a child with a person I've known forever. And I guess the Lord saw fit for that to happen. So I'm thinking, being with my husband 6 years, it wasn't me, it was him. That's all that I can see. But anyway, let's get back to pregnancy after weight loss surgery. So we all know that weight loss surgery increases our chances of conception, especially those who are polycystic ovarian patients like myself, PCOS, as some people say. That's a good thing about the weight loss surgery. It also, when you have the weight loss surgery before you get pregnant, it lowers your chances of having some pregnancy complications like gestational diabetes, high blood pressure, preeclampsia, things like that can occur when you're obese and pregnant. So, and then some of you out here probably already had children when you were overweight. So, you probably already know these things. So, what's the cons about getting pregnant after weight loss surgery? Well, it increases your chances of having a C-section if necessary. And then, but that's still debatable. I don't know. There's some debatable studies about that. So, but that's what I have heard so much and read and seen, that it does increases your chances of having a C-section. Also, you have to worry about if your child, your fetus, your baby, will get the nutrients that it needs. Because most Roux-en-Y patients end up with... Sorry, guys. I had a text. I'm so sorry. Anyway, sorry about that. We're malnourished in some cases. So we have to worry about if the baby's getting the nutrients that it needs. So, how long to wait before pregnancy? The safest numbers are 1.5 years to 2 years. Some patients are hard-headed. They don't want to wait that long because a lot of us, truth be told, we have surgery to lose the weight, but we also want to conceive a child and get pregnant. But the truthful news is, and it hurts, that you want to get to a point where you've lost all the weight you want to lose, or pretty much close to it. Get your body stable, where you are holding the nutrients and things that you need. You've gotten this down to a T, and because you want to get the most out of your surgery. I mean, you don't want to just lose 60 pounds, then get pregnant, and you hadn't even been out of surgery a year yet. And you want to get to a point where your body is stable and those is kind of got to a routine to regulate itself, and you want to be able to make sure your baby get everything it needs. You don't want to have a sick fetus or risk miscarrying because your body can't give the child what it needs. So if you can wait 1.5 years to 2 years, I was 2 years. Go stop. As far as how do you have a healthy pregnancy? I have been blessed not to have any complications. My genetic testing came back fine because I'm 39. I had to test for Down syndrome, all these other diseases that could occur, spinal bifida. Luckily, my test came back negative. I am a sickle cell trait carrier. Luckily, her father is not. So the chances of my baby coming out with this, very low. I haven't had much morning sickness. I didn't have a lot of nausea. Not saying I didn't experience nausea and morning sickness, but I did not have very much of it. I had normal pregnancy symptoms just like anybody else. I slept all the time. I was tired. That was the biggest thing. Being tired. I was so tired. I just sleep. Now, there were a few times, I mean, they say morning sickness, but I would get more, when I did throw up or vomit, it was more at night. I noticed that I'll be nauseated when I first wake up. So they tell you to keep crackers by your bed. Keep something by your bed so when you wake up, you can put something on your stomach. But I noticed mornings and about 10 o'clock at night, I would be nauseated. Now, there were some food aversions that I had. Really hadn't had any crazy, weird, funky cravings. I just had food aversions. Like, I loved hot dogs with coleslaw. Baby didn't like that. There were a few other things that I liked. And I had more aversions than anything. And that was just during the first trimester. Usually the second trimester, they call it the honeymoon period of pregnancy because a lot of the nausea, the morning sickness, the peeing all the time, a lot of those things that you go through in the first trimester, it kind of subsides for a little while. During the second trimester, you get your energy back and things like that. But I mean, eventually it starts coming back in. And that might not happen for everybody. Baby has been measuring fine. It's been about 11.5 weeks since I had an ultrasound, which I had put this on my page. If you've seen it, that's when we thought she was a he. And as you can see, she was very active. She does not like anybody pushing and poking on her, even to this day. I haven't had another ultrasound yet, but I do get the baby Doppler to hear the heartbeat. She kicks at it. She just does not like to be poked and pushed and bothered like a mama, especially if she sleeps. She don't play that. But I try to eat good. George, the Wright brother, says that we are greedy. He calls me and the baby greedy, which, yeah, we are a little bit. There are some things I do crave that I should not be eating. Just gonna keep it real. My tolerance for sugared foods has increased. I can eat cold cereal, no problem. Fruit Loops, Corn Pops, Crunch Berry, even though I can't eat a lot of it because my pouch still does what it's supposed to do. You just find yourself getting hungry more frequently. I still drink my protein shakes. You still have to get in your protein. You still have to take your vitamins. Now, I had to increase my folic acid. I had to increase my B12 at one point, but now they brought me back down to a normal level. You still have to see your surgeon. Your weight loss surgeon, you still have to see him because they still have to monitor and make sure everything's going well and there are no deficiencies and that your body is still doing what it's supposed to do. Just because you get pregnant, you don't just completely go under your OBG. You still have to see the nutritionist so that they can set you a accurate calorie count for you and baby, because yes, it's going to increase. They don't want you to gain more than 20 pounds being a bypass patient. They'd rather you stick with 10 to 15 pounds if you gain it throughout your pregnancy, but 20 is the max. I am in my 5th month, just starting my 5th month, and so far I've only gained 11 pounds, which I feel is good. My surgeon said I was fine. Like I said, your vitamin needs will increase. There are things that you have to monitor while being a bariatric patient. So I urge everyone, those of you who are newbies to your surgery, if you can. I know you want to have children, you feel like age is a factor. At one point I felt like age is a factor, and I just got comfortable thinking, you know what, I'm about to be 40. If I don't have one, that's fine. You don't know what God's got for you. So I encourage you to, if you can, wait a year to 2 years. It's better for you. Now another thing that shocked me. Let me backtrack before I hit there. Stay active. Don't become a couch potato, bed potato. Yes, I know, first trimester is rough. You don't feel good. You're sick. But I don't care if you just walk a lot. If you work in the office like I do, where you sit down, go to the printer, go to the fax machine, walk, move. When you go shopping for baby, walk. Just walk. Stay active. Go to the gym. Do light stuff. Swim. Aqua aerobics. Just trust me, it's going to be better for you. It's going to help keep the blood pressure down, prevent the clotting in your legs, things like that. The only thing that I've really been bothered with, and you guys can probably see this, is acne. I wasn't one who had acne in high school. Never had it. Never had an issue with acne. Only had was the cute little period bump, and it wasn't even gross looking when I got it. So this acne has been tearing my butt up during pregnancy, and I cannot stand it. Yeah. Oh, and you guys thought the gas was bad with the surgery? The smell and with the pooping after surgery? Honey, it ain't got shit on this pregnancy gas. I mean, even my fish, Jack be about to run. I'd be about to run myself out the house. It is terrible. And, oh my God, I keep it. I mean, you just keep gas constantly with this pregnancy. It is just unreal. I take Gas X capsules, the extreme, whatever, ultra, I don't know. It still. So that doesn't change as far as that. But anyway, eat healthy. Stay in touch with your surgeon. Monitor your vitamins, your B12, all of those things still. Emotionally, this is where the surprise came in. Like I said, a lot of you follow me on Facebook too. This one lady turned me on to a pregnancy after weight loss surgery group that's on Facebook. And, I just honestly really hadn't joined one or anything because all of my friends have grown children, or they got the youngest kid, maybe like 7 or 8. So, I mean, I hadn't had any problems. So, I just kind of take it for granted. I got so many people around me to ask, but there was one thing that I was struggling with that I did not expose until recently. My sister knew, a couple of my close friends, maybe two or three knew, but a lot of people did not know that I was struggling with this emotionally. Now, you all know weight loss surgery is an emotional thing anyway. So imagine how it is when you get pregnant. So what I struggled with was that I'm going to have to gain weight because I'm pregnant. I struggled with that fact so much. And then I felt guilty that I lost weight, did not reach my goal weight, and I got pregnant. And here it is, I'm going to gain. And what made me finally come out with this truth is that a lot of people are saying, Toya, you're not taking a lot of baby bump pictures. You know, you put your early baby bump pictures when you started showing, but you're not constantly taking pictures of the baby bump. Some reason I have not had the desire to jump in front of the camera with my baby bump. You know, I look in the mirror and I'm like, wow, you know, I know it's a baby. I know that I have to feed my baby. I know that I have to give my baby the nutrients that it needs. I know this. But it's just something about being a weight loss surgery patient that you struggle with. You're going to gain weight. And you have this fear of gaining so much that you're going to lose control and won't be able to get back to where you were. Or after you deliver this child, can you even reach your actual goal that you had prior to pregnancy? You know, it's just a lot of things you think about and go through emotionally. So, believe it or not, when I got on this weight loss group, there are several of us who struggles with that fact, and we all have talked about it. We all just, and I mean, there are some women who were even tiny. They got down to like 120 something pounds, and in pregnancy they got up to 160. They struggle with it. You would think 160, shit, if I was 160, I'd be happy. But that's not their goal. So you have to be a little sympathetic and empathetic because everyone has a different goal. So that's something to consider once you become pregnant after weight loss surgery. You know, and then you got to keep in mind, like I said, you sometimes increases your chance of, you know, having a cesarean. There are quite a few women in the group who had miscarriages. Some expressed feeling guilty that maybe they didn't take enough vitamins or they weren't eating enough. So there are a lot of things to consider when thinking about conceiving or not preventing conception when you are early out from surgery. I was just blessed. I guess, you know, in my case, I was in a very bad marriage. It was abusive. It was terrible. And I thank God that he helped me dodge that bullet because it wasn't the time. And I also thank him that he allowed me to get pregnant at a point in my life where I'm healthier, way healthier than I was 4 or 5 years ago, carrying 400 and something pounds. So, like I said, I got to a point where my body stabilized. The diabetes was in remission. Cholesterol was low. Even now, my A1C is running good. You know, they have to watch it because there's a high risk of getting gestational diabetes after weight loss surgery. So a high risk for that, especially if you were diabetic before you had surgery. I've been blessed that I have not gotten these things. So I urge you guys to really consider being careful. You know, I know all of us, that's what happened to me. All of us, our little booty get a little hot sometimes and things happen. I don't think that God makes a mistake, But knowing these facts and the risks that we have, please be careful. So I'll come back with another video next time, give you an update, and I will catch you guys later. See ya.